afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, fine folk. This is Factorio, and I'm Nexxus. And today there is a lot planned. Now, last time we were here, you noticed that we still had this kind of gear factory going in this green circuits factory that I kind of shoveled together and, well, I made, but, you know, whatever. I'm sure there are more efficient designs. I'm sure I've seen more efficient designs, but this game is not about efficiency, at least in this playthrough of mine. This is not about efficiency. This is a tower defense game, in my opinion, more so than it is anything else. It's a factory builder and a tower defense game. Let's just say it like that. It's yeah. It should be called Tower Defense Torio, or some strange name along those lines. Anyway, yeah. This is there should be nothing easy or convenient about playing this game at all. Nothing. It should be the hardest game that you've ever played in your entire life, because building factories is not convenient and it is not easy. And they have done a wonderful job trying to show exactly that. But yeah, so as you look around, you'll see that I deleted the starter base, and that is mainly because in the test play I have made a more advanced starter base. And then I decided that I'm not going to use the starter base. I'm going to use several prints that I have developed, such as this one right here. I just made this just now. I was like, I need nanobot ammo, and I don't really want to make it by hand, and one machine is too slow, so I actually just made a duplicate machine on the other side with different inserters, and this one's actually just outputting to a belt that's also going over here to be put in this chest. When it fills to 500, they'll stop making. Yeah, so see, I just made it. Like, it's right there. Nanobot factory small. This is the starter base Nexxus. As you look at it on screen kind of right now, it looks like a horrendous mess, and that's mainly because it's not a horrendous mess. It's just that it was all built so, you know, compact, and that's not the whole base. That's just the starter portion of it. There's a lot more to that base in the test play, but yeah, so we're basically just going to do the same thing that we've been doing in the starter test play, and that is basically that we're just going to build in the area that we have given to us. We'll build around the water if we have to. We'll probably use that water. This is all going to be a compact base, is basically what it is. I found already in the test play that seems to work the best for me, and I seem to like that approach the best. I do not like the approach of building huge... now, I will let you look at the blueprints. Alright, you see, I do have a lot of the blueprints from some of the people online. I do have 2 of KOS's malls. I used them learning how to play the game through her Let's Play series. I love her Let's Play series. That play style, it's not for me. I like watching her do it because it seems awesome and she's so good at it, but it's not for me. I've decided that there's a much better approach. Like, I've used all of this stuff to learn how to play the game, and then you'll see over here somewhere in the middle, yep, right here, next prints. These are the ones I've made. Now, some of these are pretty basic, pretty basic designs. I mean, there's not too many ways that you can make a decent solar array in a nice area and be efficient. This is my advanced science apparatus. This is my basic red science. This is my blue science. I made a double splitter. I don't know if there's one out there. There might be. This is basically just 2 of those splitters that one person came up with, and I just put them together and put more splitters on top of them and made the, you know, where they need to go more efficient. And it works rather nicely. You can put 6 belts in there and probably feed, you put 6 belts in there and feed 8 arrays, probably, or more, if you split the belts. This is my first green circuits. This is my design. Basically just took some stuff that I saw online and threw it together in a different way, in a different manner, and it's not very efficient, but that's okay, because I'm not about efficiency. I'm about I need the stuff now, and the longer it takes me to make it more efficient, the longer I have to wait for those materials, and I want those materials right now. This is the grenade mags apparatus. As you see, grenades, mags, Nexxus. Anything that has Nexxus on it is something that I have just thrown together during a gameplay, and then I just saved it because it worked well, and then that's my print. I will work on more advanced prints later. After this series, when we start working with mods and stuff like that, I've been so excited to work with mods with you guys because I've been playing with mods in the test series. off camera, and I have found some mods that I really would like to administer into the game. A couple of them are pretty new, and some of them are pretty old. I'm not going to tell you what they are now. You'll just have to see in the next series, so you'll just have to ponder what I'm going to use in the next series, because it will be modded. This is my military science. And this is, okay, so let me go over this real quick. The blue science that I've created, typically I've seen people do 24 of these in a row. That doesn't work for me. The resources don't seem to get down the belt all the way, all the time, especially if the factory is in full swing. Even with red belts, they don't seem to get back down there all the time. I've not messed with blue belts because they're really expensive to make. Well, I guess they're not really expensive to make. I've just never gotten to the point that I've had to use them. But I wouldn't imagine that. Anyway, the point is that within my experimentation, not having used the blue belts, but having used up to red belts, 24 of these in a row just doesn't work for me. So I have made them 12 and 12, and that's why they look like that. So there'll be 4 different belts going into this factory. Same thing with military science. It's usually 10 or whatever, or 12. I've made it, same way as the blue science. This is a reverse splitter. I'll explain more about that when we have to use it. This is my red, blue, and yellow inserter apparatus that I created. It just makes yellow, blue, and red inserters. And that's it. You can connect it to other stuff if you want to. This is the Nexxus belt, and you'll understand why when you look at it. We will explain more about that later when we have to use it. It was something that I had to use in a tight spot. I was in a pinch, backed kind of into a corner, and unless I was going to redo the entire factory to get everything to work, this is what I ended up coming up with, and it actually works pretty nicely if I do say so myself. Anyway, this is the Nexxus smelter. This is the smelter that I ended up having to come up with because I liked the other designs that I've seen, but I didn't want to use other people's designs, and I've said that multiple times, and I'm going to stick with that. I don't really want to use other people's designs in my series. I mean, sometimes you might see me use it once in a while if I'm in a pinch, but other than that, I like to build everything myself. So this is my smelter. It's not that different from, the other smelters out there, except for the way that stuff is fed into the system, which is probably people are going to look like, oh my God, why'd you do it that way? Well, because it's different. This is the nanobot factory. This is my small solar apparatus, Nexxus, as you see up there. It's got like 356 accumulators and some solar panels, and this is the small steam apparatus, solar. This is the solar panels, the apparatus I made. This is starter base 2. This is the one that we were actually going to start with today, but we're not going to start with it. This is kind of like, when you're laying down the miners and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, I don't want to have to walk all the way up there. Well, that's what this is. It just literally is the spaces away from the miner so that you can just click it a couple times and it's all set up. Like that, see? Bam. Okay. And then that's the steel apparatus and the starter science, and then that's it. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so basically I've told you how we're going to, I've showed you the prints and the prints that I might use, and I've pretty much told you how we're going to do this. So we're going to let this build for a while, and I will be back in a moment. Welcome back. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so here we are again outside the factory, and I didn't want to bore you with the rebuild as much as there was no rebuild, as I didn't want to bore you with what we were trying to figure out what we were going to do here. And yeah, exactly like I had thought about we are going to do, this is how we're going to do it. So here's red science, and then we're going to get green science set up shortly after. This is going to be kind of an interesting episode today, because you're going to be like, well, what is he doing? He's not doing this, he's not doing that. But what is he doing? Well, that's the question. All right, so I've basically brought this over. Yeah, I try not to waste any space as much. I know it looks like I'm wasting a bunch of space here. Trust me, there's stuff that's going in this stuff right here. Probably not so much in here. Maybe a radar or something are in here. But there's going to be something in here, and there's probably going to be, I think what is it? assembly machines 2 is our apparatus is probably going to be in here, because it needs gears, which are right here. It also needs this, and it needs green circuits, which are all right there. So that's going to be nice. Anyway, so we're gonna finish this up. These need gears and copper plates. So now we need some yellow inserters. I know everybody's asking themselves, like, why did you do it that way? Well, you'll see. Because this is just how I build. Alright, so we're going to output over here. And then you're going to output over here. Onto a belt. I tried to, okay, so I went back and I tried to, for some reason, the long reach is enabled. And I don't know if that's because of one of the mods that we have, but I have disabled the long reach mod twice. And see, it's still, you know, allows me to do it. So we're going to try our best not to use it as much as we'll use it in the modded series. But I did try to disable it 2 times. If somebody knows of a way to disable it, why it's not disabling itself after disabling the mod, please let me know in the comments. I would really, really love to know how to disable the long reach, because I really don't want to use it in this series. So, this is the end of red science. Well, not the end, but that's red science right there. It'll make enough for us for years to come. Okay, and then, well, I was gonna do it that way, but I'm just gonna do the actual you dig splitter. We'll go up to about there. And now we need, what does it cost to make these? We're gonna make these first, so okay. A half a second, okay, that's fine. So we'll make 1 or 5, 10, 15. We'll just make them all, because we'll need them all. Although I'm not going to wait for those. I'm just going to take some of those and now make them. Thank you. Okay. Make those 2. Yeah, just make them all. Don't make the last 2. Make the last 4. Thank you. Okay. I didn't want to have to wait for it to make the gears and then make this and then make that. Da, 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 da. Okay, so half a second to make one of these. And it needs plates, gears, and circuits. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to make 6 of these. A second. 1. Copy paste. We need some more. We don't have to make any more. What are you doing? Why are you making them? They're right here. There's 150 waiting for you. 150 yellow inserters just waiting for you to use them. Why don't you use them? Okay. So we're going to output over here, hopefully. Well, not like that, we're not. We're going to have to intake on this side. Okay, there. I've got it. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to split again. But it's okay, because you'll be saying to yourself, you're splitting that belt too much. In which case I will say, oh, yeah, you're right. I am. But it's okay, because I have a plan. Don't worry. Keep your wits about you, and everything will be fine. I'm going to move this power pole, though, to something like that. Okay. And then we have this. Ooh, wait. This isn't going to work. We're going to have to go out this way. E. Okay. I'll have to move this, which is fine. Oh no, we can just go that way. Okay. Everything's good. I tried to go too far. That was the problem. Okay, so then we have this. So we can put this back. We put this back. Stop hitting the wrong keys and maybe we can put it back. Aha, yes. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, so now that is done and in place, we can put this here. No, 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 no. Yes. And then you need to go here. And then you need to go here. And so you're going to output to there. You're going to output to there. Aha, see? Now it's coming along. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now that's that happening. And then we need you to go here. And we need... Oh, this is going to be interesting. I didn't think this through clearly. Yes, I did. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm just, yeah, on the other side of the world right now. That's okay. We will come back shortly. All right, here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Gonna split this. Oop. No, no, no. Alright, there we go. And this is going to be gears, and this is going to be green circuits. Haha! And you're going to take from here to here to here to here to here to here. Right. Right. Okay, and then you're going to output, and then I'm going to need you to go over here, and I'm going to need you to do one of these numbers, and then I'm going to bring you down here. A couple more of those. Okay. And so I'm going to need how many? So there's 6, so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we might be able to put him. No, we won't be able to put him in there. There's not enough room. Darn. Well, it depends. What do they need? Green circuits and that, and then the other ones are no, it won't work. We might be able to put something there, maybe some defenses or something, but yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so these are coming down and will be fed into here. Oop. Whoopsies. We'll leave that there for now. And these are going to be green circuits. Copy, paste. And you're going to be these, and these numbers. You're going to output over here. But maybe not with those, because I just thought about that. Alright, so you need copper, gears, and circuits. Gotcha. Okay. So you have, we can actually, what we can do here is we can do one of these things. I know you're probably getting tired of hearing, stop saying that, Nexxus. Well, you know, I gotta say something, folks. And it appears that one of these numbers is it. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's see if we go this way, like this. And then we shoddy out to this side. And then the other parts, the other half will go there. And then we just need... Actually, it's right in front of us. Like, all day long. Right in front of us. Like, why didn't you do that to begin with? I don't know. Because now that means that we probably could have put them in there. In here. Ah! Well, no, we couldn't because we can't fit the last one in there. But it was worth a shot, actually. Stop, Nexxus. Just get on with it. No, I don't want to get on with it. We will fight, subconscious. We will fight. You and I will have issues. Now, can we make this work? I don't want to make it work. We've already set up the other way. But I want to make it work. Fine, we'll come back to it later. We'll agree to disagree and compromise for the time being, but don't expect it to last for very long. Only because we're at the, you know, we have people to entertain on the other side of the screen, and I'm not going to argue with you about how we should go about doing things. Because I already know, and I know you're wrong, but we're going to let it go for now, but it will be back. So let's hook all this up. Okay, and so now you're going to need to grab green inserter, or, yeah, we're going to have to move that. I'm going to have to move these, yep, 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 yep. Okay, so now I got to put this. Ooh. Ooh. This could be bad. Some of those. Okay, so we're gonna have to go here. No, this is not what we want to do. We're doing this totally wrong. So I want to go from here to here. There we go. No. There we go. Aha, there we go. Okay. They can still pull from those, and I can get some power pulls in there. Awesome. Bam. 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 Yeah. That's what I was telling you. I told you what to do, and you listened. See, that's how we do things around here. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, you said had something, you were a genius, and you were going to do something about this to fix it. Yes, you're right. I have a plan. I really, really do. I promise. I'm not just full of hot air. Well, I mean, I might be full of hot air, but not in this case. So, onward. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Do you see what I see? I'm sorry. Gremlins kind of popped in my head. All right, see, this is going to help feed these factories, these two belts. See? Now look, now we're not going to have any more problems, you and I, are we? Yeah, see. Now it's a solid belt again. It's full. It's a full belt. It is a full belt. And these won't, and the belts won't be a problem in later game, in the modded series after this vanilla series, because I'll be using Deadlock's compact belt boxing, which means that it'll stack everything in stacks of anywhere from 10 to 100, and then it'll output them on a belt in those stacks, and then when they get to where they need to go, they'll go through another processing unit that'll separate them and place them out in the belt. So it's essentially 5-time compression on a belt. So it's essentially 5 belts in one. And we'll be using that in the mod, but not in here. But anyway, this is going to help out. See, look, it's already helping. See? Yeah, we're worried for nothing. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. What happened here? Oh, the belt's the wrong way. As I said, I knew what I'm doing, and we're out of green circuits. We're not actually out. The belt was just the wrong way. So, yeah. All right, so green circuits are coming back in. What do we need now? Oh, yes, we need iron. Okay, well, that's not a problem, because we'll just bring it down from here. Actually, we don't even need to split it. Just bring it down. And then we're gonna have to move these again. These are gonna have to be pickups. I want to put red ones down for outputs. So you'll output, but you'll output onto a different belt. Right. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go right up here. I know you're like, what are you doing? Why are you putting it up there? Well, because where else does it need to go? It doesn't need to go anywhere else. These are just for us. And when we need them. You see, you understand? Oh, goodness. Okay. Mm-hmm. Nope, that ain't gonna work. We need to do it in a way that, there we go. Perfect. Except that this one's going the wrong way. Turn your butt around and go that way. There we go. Okay. So, now we got that. And then we got this. Boom, shakalaka. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. It's working perfectly. Very perfectly. Okay, so this is creating our machines for us, our assembly 2. And we're going to set that at 100. As much as I would love to make them all, I'm not going to. As much as you guys would love to see me make one, I'm not going to. At least not in this series. We will experiment and stuff with new blueprints and new factories in the series to come, because I guess I will go ahead and put this out there now. As much as this game is still in early access, and I know that the release is going to be coming, well, they say that it's coming soon, but that's neither here nor there, because it could be whenever it's ready. That's what I have learned about developers over the years is, you know what? They'll release it when it's ready, and not a moment before. So yeah, all right. So we're gonna fix this because it's not getting enough throughput. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here. Need more of these. So what I was gonna say is, I'll tell you while I'm doing this, is that this is gonna be an ongoing, or this is gonna be a recurring series on my channel. So if oh, we need to curb that. And we need to stop that. Alright, yeah, because this is a different belt now. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a recurring series on my channel, because I have fallen in love with this game, like, over and over and over again. And I had avoided it for such a long time, and probably because it just didn't look like something that I would be interested in playing. And now I have pretty much put, you know, I have put, oh, this is like the second highest played game I think on my channel right now. It's almost 600 hours in, and I've only had it I've had it less than 2 months. So I would say that my love for this game has really reared its head. We're gonna need some more iron too, it appears. Yeah, because everything is using this. This doesn't need to be here anymore though. I wasn't exactly sure why that was still there. Oh, no, didn't want that either. Alright, so this is all working. It's all working nicely, it is. When this stuff starts to catch back up again, and actually, what I could probably do is, let me separate these belts. If I was to put this back in, and just connect it up, would it feed the green, would this one belt feed the green circuit factory and the gears factory? I mean, if it will, great. If not, then we'll put more iron into it. But I'm going to use this one iron belt to feed this down here, because, I mean, it's eating a lot. And then we got red science over here, which would be producing if we were actually had it connected up to any power. Way to go, Nexxus. Way to go. Hey, I was talking. Yeah, you were talking, and then you forgot to start the facility. Oh, all right. You're right. Fine. Anyway. All right, so this is working a little better. I mean, it's not great. It will be, though. I mean, this is also feeding this factory, too, so, you know, we gotta kind of give it a break here. But, We're starting to get a little bit more. We're starting to get stuff rolling. Stuff's rolling. We got machines making. This is going to be significantly helpful. We're going to need so many of these machines to set everything up, and I really didn't want to have to handcraft them. I've got gears being boxed for me all over the place. I've got blue and red. I've got 100 blue inserters. We've got 100 red inserters. I keep saying me, but it's we. We have 150 yellow inserters at all times. We're going to have 100 of these at all times. We'll have 500 of these plus whatever's in the belt from the other side at all times. Yeah, things are going to start looking good. This is pretty much how the factory is going to go. We're going to build everything as compact as possible, and we will just bring in more resources from other areas to keep filling it into this factory, and we're just going to keep pushing on and keep pushing on and keep pushing on. And I am loving this series. I am loving this game, and I hope you are loving it just as much. Ah, we've got yellow. We've got red science. We've got red science making. People, we have red science. Red science is making. Do you see that? We have red science. Awesome. I wanted to set up green science today too, but we have run out of time. But that's okay because we got a lot done. Off camera, I set up the nanobot factory to give us some nanobots to help us out. We did on camera the red science and got it going. We did on camera the inserters and got them go. Well, did we? Well, yeah. I set up this stuff off camera, but I didn't actually put it into action until you guys were here. And then we set up this facility down here to make us these machines so that it'll be a little bit easier laying stuff. All right, this is starting to fill up again because this stuff's starting to get full. Awesomeness. Couldn't have asked for a better way. So yeah, that's pretty much. We've got like 5 belts down here of iron ready to go, and the next time around we can get like 5 belts. I mean, we have 5 belts of copper ready to go too, I do believe. Yeah, we still got 2 more belts up there. We can feed 2 more in, and then we'll make this quite the thing. Anyway, so yeah, this is be ready for the compact size factories, folks, because that has been the decision that has been made, and that's how it's gonna go. So if you enjoyed this one, please leave me a thumbs up and a comment on the channel. If you don't want to miss what happens in the next one, please hit the red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.